All right, now we blended up the wonderful peppers, the tomato, and all the spices, and look at the beautiful deep Cordova color of that. It is absolutely outrageous. In our saucepan, oh, it tastes even better. We've got our celery, carrots, and onions, and the extra virgin olive oil. And what we're gonna do is we're just gonna blend this in, and you take a look at that wonderful, wonderful variety of colors in there. It's absolutely outrageous. You want to cook the peppers in the oil a little bit to activate their flavors a little bit more. While that simmers, let's make our dumpling. What tasty fingers. Now, what I've got here is 1 cup of stone ground cornmeal. I'm going to add 1/2 teaspoon of salt, and we got our beautiful white pepper, which we talked about before. We're going to add 1/4 teaspoon of that. Nice white pepper. You notice it does not leave black flakes in it. It looks beautiful. I've got a tablespoon of melted butter. We're just going to dump that melted butter in there. You don't have to clarify it. And all we're going to do is take here and use our dough cutter, and we're going to cut the butter into the cornmeal. Once it's nicely cut in, then what we're going to do is we've got 1/2 cup of boiling water, and we're going to add 1/2 cup of boiling water to this. We'll switch over here. We'll just blend this in, and what you want to do is you want to thoroughly mix this till the dough begins to form a solid clump as one cohesive whole. And you use the boiling water because you're going to boil these. You really want to get this cohesive, so when you put them in the hot water, and sometimes you just got to break down and use a fork, when you put, or even break down and use the Biker food processor, your hands, yes, get that dough nice and cohesive. You use the hot water so that when you put it in there, it stays together. That's one big dumpling. No, we won't cook it that big. Now, what I'm going to show you over here is I covered and I let it cook until the solid ingredients, and you can just barely, I'll bring it over here. I'll make it easy on you. The wonderful swelled up peppers and everything should have settled down to the bottom, except I disturbed the pot. You got that simmering. That is what we're going to cook our dumplings in. Now, let's get back to the mean black bean soup. This is what makes it mean. Yes, sirree, the darkest of dark beers, stout. This is a 12-ounce bottle, and I want to point out that if you don't like stout, you may want to switch down to a regular dark beer or to a lager. But it won't be as mean. All right, now, we're going to take a look in our saute pan. And before I put that stout in there, I guess, black bean soup.
Need the black beans.
You need the black beans. All right, this lady knows about food. Now, my guest, Georgina, in the audience, her family comes from all over South and Central America. What's it, Nicaragua?
Nicaragua and El Salvador.
And somebody's from Cuba, right?
Cuba.
Now, does this recipe sound like it would be a down-home authentic dish in any of those countries?
Yes.
All right,
Definitely.
now. But would they use stout?
No.
Well, we're making it mean with stout. Yes, sirree. Look at that. Look at the head on this pot of soup. Yes, sirree. You just want to pick it up and drink it. Now, this is going to want to slow simmer for a half an hour. About halfway through that, when there's about 15 minutes left, we're going to go over and we're going to make our dumplings. Now, we've got our nice dough. This should still be warm to the touch. And what we want to do is take a small pinch. And you don't want, I mean, these are stout little dumplings. They are. Stick to your ribs. Make a nice little ball. You can roll them. If it crumbles too much, it may be too dry. So just form a nice ball and flatten it out a little bit. If you flatten it so it's like a disc, it'll cook a little more evenly. Now, add them one at a time. What you want to do is let them cook for about 10 minutes or so. You want to get them nice and thoroughly cooked. Don't make them too big. Make them all the same size. There's that dumpling. I'm going to cook up these dumplings. When you come back, we're going to process this soup, and it's going to be delicious. Sit back, relax, and cook with fire. All right. All right. Rolling my dumplings. Yes, roll them out. Flatten them down. You can do it in the palm of your hand so they make a nice disc. Throw them in that wonderful boiling hot pepper water. Now, The soup has cooked itself for 1/2 hour. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna take, where'd it go? We gotta have a slotted spoon. Oh, there's my slotted spoon. We're gonna take a slotted spoon. You're gonna take a 1 cup measure, and you're gonna get in there and check this out. You're gonna reserve 1 cup of the nice chunky beans and veggies. You're gonna take the rest of this soup and you're gonna put it in the food processor and you're gonna blend it up, and it's gonna be nice and creamy. Then you're gonna take that 1 cup back in there so there's still some texture, stir it back in, and warm it up. Take a look over here on the cutting board. We've got our wonderful finished soup, and check this out. In here, cooking in this water, are the beautiful dumplings. Put a couple of dumplings in that soup. Oh, what a meal, a perfect protein complement. And you get over here, you put a little bit of sour cream on top, and it's all right. Check out this. Now, as Dave pointed out, my guest's family, Georgina, comes from Central America. Would this be authentic in Central America?
Yes, it would.
Except for what she said before, you can't use canned beans, you gotta go fresh. Now, this soup is fresh, it's got a stingy afterbite that comes from the stout. If you don't like that, use a beer or a wine or something that's a little milder. Or take a little bit of Grandma's golden molasses. Start with a teaspoon at a time and add some, and it'll sweeten it up. It's outrageous. You're an outrageous audience. Remember, you gotta do 3 things. You gotta eat hot, ride safe, and Georgina, David, Freeze, what are we gonna do?
We're gonna cook with fire.
Cook with fire!
Yay!
Hug your chilies, all right!